Hey y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, I just got anchored down here on the Tennessee River. Today I'm going to be fishing off the end of a point. I'm anchored down in 36 feet of water, and I'm getting a little bit later start out here than I anticipated. It's about 1 p.m. right now. I had some trouble getting bait out here earlier. It took me a while. I caught a few small bluegill, and then I started throwing the net for some shad, and there were 6 million shad in this creek I launched in, but most of them were tiny. They're just some little itty bitty things right there. I just got my net full of them, but I couldn't find any big ones. And it took me a while, so I just kept looking and looking and looking, and I finally got several of these gizzard shad in that range right there, in that size. So we're going to use those today, along with what few bluegill I caught. I'm going to be using 3-rod setup. I'll probably have 2 of them baited with the shad and put bluegill on 1 rod. Here to start out with, and we'll adjust as the day goes on. But I'm probably going to fish till about dark today, which these days is about 5:30. So it's probably going to be about a 4 to 5 hour trip out here. And we'll soak some baits on this point and see what happens. I'm hoping some fish, move up here on this point, or maybe behind the camera there's a creek that runs back up in there. So I'm hoping maybe some of them move back up in there. But who knows? All you can do is put your baits down there and hope some fish come along. And that's what we're going to do. All right, there's the first bait right there. That is a gizzard shad head. If I was betting money today on which rod we'll get a big fish on, if it happens, I would assume it'll probably come on this one. I think that's going to be the big fish bait of the day, but never know. Could happen on any of them, or could not happen at all. You just never know. I'm hoping some fish get active and move up in here today. We've got that head on that one. We'll put the body section right there on this rod. And then I am going to put that bluegill, I'll take a bluegill head and put on that front rod there. If you've watched my videos regularly, I'm not a huge fan of bluegill. Catch good numbers of fish on it, but rarely get a good quality fish on it. I could count on one hand how many fish over 20 pounds I've caught on bluegill through the years. It's just not a big fish bait, at least for me anyway. Around here, I know everybody's water's different, and a lot of you all love bluegill, depending on where you fish at, but out here, skipjack, shad, that's generally the 2 baits that produce the best. There's that bluegill head. It's good and fresh. Caught it just a little while ago. I was hoping to fish a little longer today. Like I said, it just took forever to get bait. That's how it goes sometimes. Alright, well, we got our lines out. Got them suspended just 2 to 3 feet off the bottom. Like I said, I'm setting 36 feet of water, so them baits are probably 33, 34 feet deep. And so any fish that move up here on this point or go back in here in this creek, they're going to have to swim right through my baits to get there. So hopefully some big fish come along. One on right here, y'all. Yeah, he's on there. I don't think he's the size we're after, but we're getting the party started anyway. Get the skunk out. Get going. That's one of them things that we never like to see right there. That ain't a good sign at all. That is not a good sign. It's one of them old channel cats. Just can't stay away from these things here lately. There he is. Well, them things are in here, we're in trouble. They will clean me out of bait very quickly. I don't have a lot of that bait today. Fish on. It's on that head right there. Pecking at it there for a few minutes. It's probably this one finally got hooked up. Good to get action though. We out here to catch fish, and This will be number 2 in first half hour or so. Right there. Well, if he'll open up, I'm gonna get my bait back. Get my pliers on. I'm gonna try to get my bait out of there since I'm short on it today. There we go. Got that back. May need it again. There's the fish. The other rod there got hit a minute ago. I think he hooked up. Probably just another dink. Yeah, that bait's still looking decent. I tore the mouth up just then, trying to get it out of that fish's mouth. We'll hook it through the top. Hook it like that. It's going right back down. Oh goodness. I'm sitting here screwing around with my phone with the kayak moving. We got one on right here. There we go. Snuck up on me. This one just snuck up on me while I wasn't paying attention. Oh goodness. Goodness gracious. Yep, it's a flathead right there. He's wound up too, buddy. He is wound up. Yeah. Oh, flathead. There it goes. Let's hold him up here. That's got a lot of yellow on him. Some places in the country they call them yellow cats. Around here we just call them flatheads. Yeah. It's a good looking cat, man. He come up on me, snuck up on me like a ninja in the night. Let's let him go. See you, flathead. It was fun. He was a fun one, man. Yeah. That one also ate a body section, so we'll put another one on, send it down. Another body section. Down it goes. Fish on. Just down there rolling with it. Well, he's hooked up. I think it's another dink. Them dinks are hell bent on cleaning me out of bait, I guess. This will be the 4th one here within this first hour. Got the trifecta to start with, the channel and blue and flathead, but I'd rather catch less fish and wait on some big ones to come along here. Otherwise, we're gonna run out of bait. Alright, well there's that one. We'll send him back. I got that head back. Well, I'm gonna switch it out. I'm gonna not throw that away. I'm gonna keep it just in case we end up needing it later on, but it's been down there about an hour now. I think that's what the 2nd fish there on it, 3rd fish, something like that, so we'll switch it out for another one. Alright, that one there is good and fresh. Drop it down there. Surely to goodness we're getting all these small fish coming through here. Surely a big one's going to come along here soon. Got active fish. That's the most important thing. Both these rods got hit, y'all. There goes that one. There goes that one. The other one over there just got bumped. It didn't take it. Tell you what, man, we own some fish right here. They just ain't been the size we want yet, but a matter of time. This one right here, I believe, is a little better. I think this one here is going to be probably the biggest one of the afternoon here. I don't think he's no whopper or anything, but I think he's bigger than the others. No. Well, maybe slightly bigger than the other blues. That ain't saying much though. The bar was set very low. Oh, this old ornery thing here, y'all. He threw that bait off right there at the side of the kayak. It was out of my reach, or I'd have got it back. That thing hadn't been down there 5 minutes, maybe. Daggone. Well, boy, he's ornery. Look at him. It ain't much, but he's slightly bigger than the others. At least they're the blues anyway. Get him on out of here. Fish on. Got us another. Been a little while. Guess some dinks that were down there moved out. Now we've got another dink that's moved in. Well, on a positive note, we are catching some fish today. I've certainly had a lot worse days, but it sure would be nice to get one over 2 or 3 pounds. Beggars can't be choosers though. Gotta take what the river gives us. The bait's still looking okay. I'm gonna rehook it here. We'll recycle that one, use it again. If I had a bunch of bait, I'd switch it out. Since I don't, I'm gonna make do with what we got here. Got 2 hits just then, right here, and on that other rod. There we go. Goodness gracious. That one's pulling, buddy. That one. This rod and that rod got hit at the same time. And this one swam right toward that one. And I believe has gotten hung in it. It's all right though. Well, this one pulled hard. When he hit it, man, he hit that bait and went where he wanted. One of them fun size. Alright, y'all. That ain't a bad fish. One of them fun size right there. I got this board. It's tournament season again, so we'll throw him on it. Get a length on him here for you. That one there is going to be just shy of 35 inches. Still pretty good fish. Alright. Alright, y'all. That's more like it. Let's let him go. See you, buddy. Let him go. He got wrapped up into the line. The other fish didn't hook up, or if he did, he come off when that one got wrapped up in it. But I'll get them 2 lines untangled. We'll put another headpiece on that rod. I'll check that one, make sure the bait didn't get thrown off. We'll see if we can do it again. That was a good time. There's that. Gizzard shad head. I think what I'm gonna do is reel in that bait. Even if it's on there, I'm gonna switch it out with a gizzard shad body section. That bluegill just ain't been having nothing going on today. That other fish that hit it may have got it anyway. No, it's still on there. Nevertheless, it's been down there a long time, so we'll switch it out. Alright, there's that. Down it goes. Action right here on this rod, y'all. The rod tip just kind of stood up there. You can see my line moving. There we go. Pick up on that and see what we got here. I was messing with it and my rod tip stood up. I knew he had it then. Yeah, another blue. And they skipped the shad body section. Well, there's that little old thing right there. He's a little bit smaller than the last one there, but I'm happy to get him. Like I said earlier, you just gotta take what the river gives you. You know, some days you catch big fish, some days you don't catch anything. Today it's mostly been, you know, smaller size fish, but been several of them, man. Beautiful day out here. Absolutely beautiful day. It's about 50 degrees, sunny, no wind. I mean, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect day. So I'm enjoying myself, even if I ain't getting the big fish like I want. I'll send another piece of that shad body section down there. I still got a few more shad left. And I still got the bluegill too, if push comes to shove. They clearly don't want that bluegill today. That's a nice thing about fishing in the kayak, you know, when you got your lines down this close together. You can kind of experiment and try out different baits and see which they show a preference for. And you know, today these fish have wanted the shad over the bluegill, and that's, you know, typically how it goes when I use bluegill. It's kind of a last resort bait for me, because these fish come up, all these baits are right here, they got their choice. You can see which one they want today, and it's definitely the shad. But we'll make do with what we got here, and I'm gonna fish probably a couple more hours here until it gets dark. So hopefully some more fish will come along, and hopefully a good one comes along. Oh goodness. Might have us another gnome here. We do. I believe he's about the same size as all the others. So just can't get out of these dinks today. The big ones just ain't here, or they ain't interested. Either way, we left with dinks. And they always interested if you got bait down there. Well, this one right here has tangled himself up every which way. Oh. Just whack me with that sinker. Oh goodness. There's that one. Put on a little bigger bait. Basically just took that dang gizzard shad and cut it in half. That's, I think, the biggest one I had. So maybe, that ain't gonna keep them dinks off. But maybe if a bigger fish comes through, it'll attract it. We'll see. Who's this man? Here goes this one. Fish on. Oh, now that one's gonna pull now. I was getting ready to bust out the skipjack rod. Make a few casts around here. I've seen some splashes. Don't know what they are, but I thought, what the heck, I'm sitting here anyway. Got it with me, and then this rod just kept sitting out here waiting, hoping some bigger fish will move in this area. You know, getting right down here now, the sun's just above the tree line over there. So it's possible here that as the sun goes down, we might get some bigger fish move in. This one right here feels like it might be decent. He's putting a good bend in the rod. Sat out here all afternoon, these dinks just stripping my hooks, you know, occasionally getting hooked up. I should be more appreciative of them. There's a lot of days I'd be thankful to get a dink. But I was really hoping to hook a whopper today. Just a beautiful day out here. I mean, 50 degrees, no wind. In a place like this here, it's kind of a open, exposed area, so when the wind's cranking, this ain't a place I can get to and fish, you know, easily or comfortably. But a day like today, I could come out here and try it out. And points like this, I mean, deep points, those are year-round type places. I mean, you can almost always catch fish on points, no matter what season it is. I'm thinking this might be the biggest one of the day right here, y'all. I've been fooled before, but we'll see here in a minute. Yeah, I think it is. I think this is the biggest one of the day. Yeah. Not bad. That's on that That's on that big bait I put down there, the big half a gizzard shad. Yeah. There he is. Well, it got a little better, didn't it? It got a little better. A little bigger fish. Got my bait back. We'll throw it back down there again here in a minute. Let's hold him up. Yeah, a little better. I think that was a little bigger than the last. I still got my board set up here, so we'll throw him on here and find out. Let's see here, y'all, what we got. That one will be, he stretches his tail out there, almost 36 inches. I'm just shy of it. Good fish. Oh, y'all. Well, goodness, I was getting a couple pictures of that one for our tournament, and this rod over here started getting hit. I think he hooked up though. Let's let this one go. We'll see you, pal. Let's do it again when you get bigger. All right, well, it's progress. That's progress, y'all. I got that bait back, so we'll drop it right back down. And you know, the sun is just above the tree line. I mean, it's starting to go down here, so hopefully that'll maybe trigger some fish to get active and come on back up in here. All right, guys, well, the sun has gone down, and unfortunately, I am out of time, so I'm gonna have to get out of here. This afternoon, though, man, absolutely beautiful. When you get a day like this in December where it's warm and sunny and no wind, you best get on the water and take advantage, and I have this afternoon. The fishing out here today, you know, size has certainly been limited, but the action has been steady all afternoon. I don't know how many fish I ended up with, but I caught several. You know, most of them were really small. I'll probably end up editing out a lot of the smaller ones there just because, you know, it would save time on the video. But I did get that 35-inch blue, a 36-inch blue, and I got a flathead shortly after setting up here this afternoon. So it's been a good day. I've had some fun out here and got to get out on a December day and just enjoy myself. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.